What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update. The subcommittees in Congress are writing the third stimulus package bill right now and are passing it on the subcommittee level right now. Literally, some of them are passing it today. I'm going to go over the latest details and changes of what the subcommittees that are writing the third stimulus package bill, the changes that they're putting in the bill, and one of them that just passed today on the subcommittee level. Big details that could affect you. In fact, one of them is a absolutely major detail. We're going to cover it all in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates on the third stimulus check package, as well as the other forms of stimulus that we cover on this channel, such as student loan forgiveness, Social Security increases, the $3,000 to $3,600 child tax credit that is actually happening in the third stimulus check package and will come in the form of a monthly payment to parents who have children ages 17 and under, $250 to $300 every single month. We cover it all here, along with mortgage and rental assistance too. So make sure to subscribe down below and smash the like button for us. It really helps out our channel. All right, lots to cover. Let's jump right in. Okay, first, let's hear from U.S. House Representative Jayapal on the third stimulus check package and the changes that are coming to this package. And then we'll get to some big details right after that too.
Can tell. It's a point of interest, particularly to the press, as to whether or not a few or a lot or no Republicans are going to join with Democrats in passing this thing. But as a matter of content, it doesn't much matter. It's up to Democrats who have the votes just in the Democratic caucus to pass this thing to decide what's going to be in it. And you and your colleagues in the Progressive Caucus are really leading to make sure that the benefits are not cut down from what they were in terms of relief under President Trump, and that important economic measures like the rise in the minimum wage are included. Is that fair?
That's totally fair. And you were right on when you said we shouldn't care whether Republicans are going to vote for this or not, because the vast majority of the American people support this package, Republicans and Democrats. So if we want to talk about unifying proposals, a big, bold stimulus package that raises the wage and gets checks out to people, puts money in people's pockets, deals with all of the issues that small businesses and families are facing. That is the unifying proposal. And Republicans, if they don't want to go along with it, that's up to them. But we now control, Democrats now control the House, the Senate, and the White House. And I grant you that it's a thin majority in both chambers. But the reality, Rachel, is we've got to do what we promised. We've got to get these $2,000 checks, $1,400 in addition to the $600, out to people. We should not be cutting thresholds to $50,000 and $100,000. That makes no political sense. You outlined that. But it also makes no policy sense, because we are looking at 2019 numbers to determine this eligibility. Everybody understands that tens of millions of people lost their jobs or had reduced income in 2020. So if you look at an income threshold from 2019, it is not relevant to what we're trying to do. And this idea of targeting, I just call it restricting for no good reason. Because if you really wanted to target, then you would need to look at the most recent data on income, which is not what we're using in this bill. So let's just get these checks out to everybody. And we did score a victory after a lot of pushing that the Progressive Caucus did over the weekend. We were able to secure at least the initial victory of keeping these thresholds the same. But we just have to be really clear. There are a lot of people who are hurting across this country. And reducing thresholds and talking about some fake targeting is not going to get relief to people, on top of not being what we campaigned on. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing on the minimum wage, I mean, I represent the city that was the first major city in the country to pass the minimum wage, $15 minimum wage. I was on the committee that helped draft that proposal when we passed it back in 2014, and that's Seattle, of course. And so this has been, you know, such a big priority for progressives for a decade, led by fast food workers across this country. And just over the weekend, we were starting to hear all the reasons why we shouldn't put $15 into the bill. And frankly, we had to push back very, very hard. We were able to work with leadership, with the chairman of the Education and Labor Committee, And yesterday, there was no $15 bill in the education and labor markup. And today, Rachel, there is. What does that mean? $330 billion in wages will flow to workers over the next 10 years. 27 million workers will get a raise, and 1 million workers will be lifted out of poverty. This is a core, important issue and structural reform that will also persist past COVID. So it is one of the most important things we can do. And I've just got a smile from ear to ear, but I want to make sure that people understand we've got to get it across the finish line. It's got to stay in the bill. The thresholds have to stay in the bill all the way through the House and then into the Senate. And Democrats have to fight. We have to fight with everything we've got for these progressive, bold ideas that are going to bring relief to people.
Let me know your thoughts on the minimum wage proposal being included in the third stimulus check package. Are you for it? Are you against it? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's just enough? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Senator Bernie Sanders, who is the Senate Budget Chairman, the person in charge of the reconciliation bill, says that he is vying to make sure that the $15 an hour minimum wage stays in the third stimulus check package. Senator Bernie Sanders says today, if it's going to be in reconciliation, if I have anything to say about it, the only way we're going to get it passed, we're not going to get the 60 votes that we need, meaning no Republicans are going to vote for it. The only way we're going to do it is with 50 votes through reconciliation. There is one Senate Democrat who at least is not in favor of the $15 an hour minimum wage, and you can probably guess who that is. Senator Joe Manchin. He's actually proposing that his state, West Virginia, be increased from $8.75 an hour. Remember, it can be different per state. The federal minimum wage is $7.25. There's about 40% of the United States that is at the federal minimum wage level. West Virginia is one of them that's a little bit higher. Senator Joe Manchin is proposing that his state be raised to $11 an hour, which also shows kind of what he's in favor of as a Senate Democrat for minimum wage, showing that he's really only in favor of going up to $11 an hour, not $15. But remember, just so everybody's on the same page and we're all thinking the same way, the minimum wage increases by about $2.25 for the first hour, or I'm sorry, the first day that it passes. Then it's $1.50 an hour, and then it goes down to $1 an hour. It will not reach $15 an hour until 2025, or for tipped wages or restaurant servers until 2026. So this doesn't like jump immediately to $15 an hour. But remember, they will need Joe Manchin's vote in the Senate. They need every single vote from the Democrats in the Senate to be able to pass the bill with the reconciliation card or the reconciliation rule. Every single Democrat must vote yes to get the 50 votes they need and then pass it with the 51st vote from the Vice President Kamala Harris. Well, regardless on whether Senator Joe Manchin likes it or not, big breaking news today that the House Subcommittee has advanced and passed the $15 an hour minimum wage on the subcommittee level as the Democrats are trying to include it in the third stimulus check package. So what does this mean? This means that the committee that's voting on this or writing the bill, the House Education and Labor Committee, has advanced its portion. Remember, there's different subcommittees. There's 12 different subcommittees that are each writing their own bills, and they vote on it to make sure that there's approval basically in their committee. They have advanced and approved their language, their bill, which does include the $15 an hour minimum wage. As you can see here, the House committee early on Wednesday approved a portion of the Democratic coronavirus relief proposal, which does include the $15 an hour minimum wage. The Chamber's Education and Labor panel advanced its piece of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package in a 27 to 21 party line vote. The proposal includes a provision to gradually raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025. So the way this works is each 12 of the subcommittees, they write their portion of the bill, then they vote on it, yes or no. This portion was just voted yes on that subcommittee. Then they combine the 12 portions and come up with the final stimulus package bill, which then gets voted on in the House and the Senate. The reconciliation part, that front end part that was already voted on and approved, has already been voted on and approved. This is kind of the next process that they have to do because of the reconciliation rule. If they had Republican support, if we had even 10 of the 50 Republicans willing to vote yes on a third stimulus check package, they wouldn't need to go this extra route, but they do because not a single Republican has voted yes on any of the measures so far on the third stimulus check package. So basically, the Democrats are passing the third stimulus check package completely on their own, and it's probably what they're going to have to do for the fourth stimulus check package that has also been already introduced, or already announced, I should say, by President Joe Biden and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. So as of right now, the $15 an hour minimum wage will be included in the third stimulus check package. However, until they pass this, until the final yes, anything could be amended or changed. For example, if Joe Manchin in the Senate says he absolutely will not vote for this package if $15 an hour minimum wage is in there, guess what? They're going to have to change it because they won't be able to pass it if they don't have every single senator vote yes on this package. So as of right now, it's in there. I will keep you updated. Another round of stimulus checks will be in the third stimulus check package at $1,400 per person and $1,400 for children. And this time around, $1,400 for adult dependents or college students that are dependents on their parents' tax returns. A dependent just means you're a dependent on somebody else's tax return. You're claimed as a dependent. That kind of negated you from getting the first and second stimulus check. That changes for the third stimulus check, as it's pointing to the dependents will receive the third stimulus check, although it does not look like at this point that dependents will be receiving the first and second stimulus checks in addition. But I mean, hey, we'll take what we can get. At least they're going to get the third stimulus check, and at least it's the largest one yet of the three stimulus checks at $1,400 per person, including for children, which is more than double that we've seen for children in the past at only $500 to $600. Another really big stimulus check that's going to be in the third stimulus check package is the increase of the child tax credit that is not only increasing from $2,000 to $3,000 for children ages 6 through 17, and it's increasing from $2,000 to $3,600 for children under the age of 6, but they actually are making this a monthly stimulus check that will not probably come out until July because the IRS is going to need time to, it's going to pass before then, but the IRS is going to need time to basically set up their systems to set up monthly payments for the parents. Let me clarify how this is going to work a little bit. This is really huge news, and a lot of people are asking a lot of questions. So let me try to clarify a little bit. It's going to go to the parents, okay? It's not like the check is going to go to a 2-year-old. I have a 2-year-old Julian. It's not like Julian is going to get the check every month. It's going to go to the parents, okay? And it's going to go to the parents that claim them on their tax returns. So keep that in mind. If you're parents and you're separated, it's probably going to go to the person who claims them on their tax returns. If you're still going to be filing your 2020 tax returns, it'll go off the most recent tax return. So if you want to change that, make a change in your 2020 tax returns and file them as soon as possible if you want to be able to get this additional $3,000 to $3,600 that'll come in a monthly form of $250 to $300 per month for children and for each child. That is in addition to the $1,400 stimulus checks, which, as you know, also go to the parents. It's not like the stimulus check goes to the actual child. It goes to the person who's claiming them as a dependent. So keep that in mind. I'm getting a lot of questions about who's going to get it, how's it going to work, all that stuff. We don't have really details on like the actual like payment part, but it'll probably be just like your stimulus checks now. Most people will get it direct deposited. If you have to get a check in the mail, then obviously, that's going to take longer. And remember, they're going to have to send you a check every month. So all of those checks could be delayed. So if you can, set up your 2020 tax returns to do direct deposit. Also, file your 2020 tax returns if you made less money on your taxes in 2020, if you made less money in 2020 than in 2019 because of the hardship and you're anywhere close to the income cap, you might want to file your 2020 taxes now or pretty quickly so that you can get a larger stimulus checks. The current stimulus income cap limits that have just been decided over the last 24 hours is going to be $75,000 and under will get the full check as a single filer, double that for a couple, so $150,000. Anywhere from $75,000 to $99,000 will get a decreased check. And once you hit $99,000, you will not get a check anymore at all. This is very similar to the first and second stimulus checks. They're going to have a faster decrease between $75,000 and $99,000 because of the checks being larger at $1,400 as opposed to the second one, which was only $600. And of course, double that for a couple. And there should also be higher provisions for a single filer, but also head of household. We don't know details on child support yet. I will keep you updated on that and all this breaking information as we're literally getting the subcommittee bills each day right now. It's just literally coming out and they're passing them very quickly. They're literally, that information from the $15 an hour minimum wage came out yesterday, I believe, and they already passed it today. So we are making significant progress on the third stimulus check. A lot of people ask me when we're going to get the check. Well, the reason I don't give you a date is because nobody knows. Congress doesn't even know that. The president doesn't even know that. They're working as fast as they can. They've passed the reconciliation part. They're now writing the bill itself and passing it on the subcommittee level, as you just seen that the education subcommittee and the labor subcommittee just passed their portion of the bill. Then they put it together as a final bill and vote on it. Now, when they did this for the second stimulus check, literally the day they finished the final bill, they voted on it that day. I know a lot of you guys remember this. AOC was complaining about this big time because it was a 5,500 page bill. They wheeled it in on a cart because, well, it was 5,500 pages. And they literally voted on it that day, a few hours later. And AOC, rightfully so, she was complaining that how are you even going to read through 5,500 pages in a few hours? So at least they voted on it really quickly and got it done really quickly. And that's what they're doing right now. Now, the kind of bad part about that is that literally is the day they finished the bill, they voted on it last time. If they do that again, well, you don't really have time to read through 5,500 pages. The congressmen and congresswomen that are passing the bill really can't read through it all. I mean, it's been approved at the subcommittee level and read through, but the individual congressmen and congresswomen that are voting on it don't really have time to read through 5,500 pages unless they give them a couple days to do that. But then, you'll see 1,000 comments below saying that we can't delay anymore and stop delaying the package. So they are moving pretty much as fast as they can. And honestly, I mean, we could have the rest of these 12 voted on and approved here shortly. I mean, they're literally passing them right now as we're going. And once they have all 12, then they put it together for the final bill and vote on it. Last time they voted on it the exact same day. So we could be a lot closer than a lot of people think. So I will keep you updated. Make sure you subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. Remember, new videos every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be an 11 p.m. video tonight, and I will see you there. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.